So now let's take a closer look at the principle behind DreamPad. So I'll explain you the idea of it, okay? So first of all, in this notepad, there are several markings over here, okay? If you take a closer look, you will see 4 spaces in here, okay? And 4 spaces in here. I'm going to place them with the marker, okay? So you can see it a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the other side, 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So these are in fact the markings, okay? That you will see some open spaces. And then what does happen is that you'll have your prediction over here, and if you fold it like this, okay? And if you place this part in here, okay, we'll go into brief detail, but this is just an important part so that you can actually understand a little bit better how the pad actually works, okay? So if you place it this over here, what does happen is that if we place a post-it like this, okay, these 4 spaces match these 4, and then what does happen is that while you write, the writing will be transferred by the means of a chemical paper, okay? This is the basic principle of DreamPad. Now let's take a closer look to the preparation. First of all, you must grab one paper, okay? You can do any routine that you want to. This is only one example. You grab a paper and you fold it into quarters, just like I'm doing now, okay? So over here in this part, it's where will appear the words said by the spectators, okay? In my case I use 3, but you can use up to 4 words, which is very nice. So the preparation is this: you crease into quarters one of these gray papers, and then you grab one without being creased, and you are going to take the chemical and place it just like this, upside down, with the words Ruby, in this case, pointing up, and you are going to place the other paper on top, just like this, okay? And now you are going to write your text, okay? So in this case, I will write this down so you can see very clearly my text, okay? So in this case, what I write is first of all I think about the routine and then I start writing. So in this case will be, I start in the second paragraph and I say hello and welcome to the most. Okay? Magical vacation of your dreams in the third space, the third paragraph. Okay? Just like this. And then I say, after some deliberation, okay, this is exactly the text that you have seen on the promo video. This is the routine that I personally use. This is the setup, you only do this once, of course. After some deliberation, and then I say in the fourth, the choices were finally made. Choices were finally made. And then in the fifth, I say the imaging vacation will, I'm just going to write it down. So you only need to do this once. I'm going to explain you in a few moments exactly what you are doing, but for now, just write wherever you want to, okay? And then, of course, I will leave 3 blank spaces, okay? But if you want, you can leave 4. In my case, I only use 3. The magnification will occur in, and then I see my crease, because I've folded the paper into quarters, of course. then here is exactly where I will write the words said by the spectators. Okay? Occur in, and then, and we'll go by, and we will go by, then another blank space, and then with the cost of. With the cost of. Okay? And then normally you can, if you want, you can add another one. So you can place with a discount of, for example, you can fill another more blank space, because as if you can see carefully, the post-it notes have 4 places to write, okay, the costs of, and then normally I say, hope you have a great journey. Just like this. Great. I'm sorry for my bad writing. I know it's not the best. Okay. So basically, what happened is that we have created this. Okay? As you can see, this is actually very important. Okay? What will happen later is that you are going to fill these spaces. When you write on the post-it notes, because you have the chemical, it write down on these spaces. Right now, at this point where you have this, what you actually should do, at least what I do, I go to a graphic shop, or I can normally use my printer at home. You can if you want to. You go to your printer and you print this in color or black and white. I think color, it's the best, okay? You place this in color, because then what does happen is that after you photocopy several papers of this, you need to cut them with a pair of scissors. And these are the papers that you will lose during the several performances that you do. Of course, you can do this, place chemical and write every single time. But of course you don't have time to do that, because if you do that tables, you don't want to be half an hour preparing these sheets of paper one by one. So you must photocopy them. And then the words that will appear over here will be very similar to the rest of the text, which will actually is absolutely great, as you will see in a few moments. So now this is your original. Okay, you must keep it in a safe place. Okay, so the chemical just passes into this. You are going to take photocopies of this one, so it's very important that you place it on a safe place at home, so you know exactly. If you want to take more photocopies, you don't need to make one again. So keep this, it's very important. I've just done several photocopies of mine, so as you can see, I do actually have a lot, okay? I have several. These are the ones that I'm going to actually use during my professional performances, okay? So now, this is the preparation. You must grab one, I'm going to explain with one, and you must fold it just like this, and like this, okay? Fold it like this, and then you grab your post-it pads like this, and you are going to insert the paper over here in this part where the slit is, okay? So you crease it and you place it. Normally it helps to lift a little bit the plastic, okay? You must also grease it very well. Just like this. And you place it under over here, okay? Just like this, okay? Like this. Then you'll grab your refills, which are over here, and you must grab one page and stick it to the top, okay? I'm going to show you now. Try to make it the best aligned as possible. Okay, there you are. Perfect. And then one more. Over here. Must align it the best that you can. Okay. It's very important that you make sure that these lines over here, these center lines over here, because as you can see are the blank spaces where you'll write, like I'm going to show in a few moments, are aligned with this gray paper. How do you do that? You must place it like this sideways, okay? And you must lift a little bit like this, okay? So you must make sure that in fact this part is aligned to the gray one. In my case, I need to lift it a little bit more to the top, okay? So these four lines must be aligned with these four, because of course later the paper must be aligned and must seem like the prediction has been written once before. So now what you must do is to take the chemical, okay, and place it over the prediction, just like this, over here, like this, and then you must grab some glue, okay? Normally I use this one. You can use any glue, and then what you do is just place a little bit here and a little bit here, and that's it. It's done. You are ready to go. Okay? So as you can see, this is the preparation. Then you close the pad and you are ready to go. Now what does happen? It's very, very interesting. You loved it. So you ask someone to be honest. In my case, I use a travel, of course. You can use anything like the spectator ID, anything. I'll give you some more ideas at the end of the video. But for example, let's say the spectator wants to travel to, let's say, New York. What you do, you find this white blank space between this line and here, and there is where to write it, okay? It's very easy. So we write it on the top. So in this case, I'll write New York. Okay, in my case. Then I ask to the audience, how do you like to travel to New York? We'll try to be a little bit original. And they say, by a bike. Why not? So I press bike over here. And then I tell them, how do you want to go to New York by bike? How much money do you think that this vacation will cost? And they'll say 1,000 euros. And you write it down, 1,000 euros. So basically, due to the chemical, as you can see, this has been just written. It says New York, bike, and 1,000 euros. Okay? Now, one important thing, I forgot that you must actually fold the paper before. I forgot that, sorry, you must fold it like this. I will explain you why in a moment. So what you wrote in here magically appeared right on this small paper, which is very, very nice. And now the only thing you must do is steal the paper and make the switch by any way that you want to. So in my case, watch what I personally do. I have the notepad over here, and then what I simply do, I release the pressure with my thumb, and because I pre-folded the paper like this, I can simply insert my thumb in here. Okay? So you are here, you release the pressure with your thumb, like this, and you place your finger inside, like this. And then what you do in 1 second, you remove it, like this, and you fold it. And now your prediction is fully loaded. I'm going to show this in top speed so you can see. So you are here like this, and what I do is this. It's done. It only takes 1 second. Now you put this to the side and you actually have your prediction already loaded and ready to be totally switched. So then what does happen as soon as the switch is made? I'm going to show in a few moments several ways to switch out the paper at the end if you do not intend to use it with my personal use, which is my creation, the Vision Box. I will show you several handlings, but then It's perfect. As you can see, it says, hello and welcome to the most magical vacation of your dreams. After some deliberation, the choices are finally made. The amazing vacation will occur in New York. New York, as you can see, it's what you wrote. And you'll go by bike with the cost of €1,000. Hope you have a great journey. So this is actually the paper that you give out to the audience as a souvenir, and trust me, they will freak out with this trick. Regarding the reset of the trick, so imagine you give this paper to someone of the audience and then you want to do the trick again. Let me tell you that the chemical that I've glued is good for enough for 4 or 5 performances. After that, you must switch it. So it's just to remove it, place a little bit of glue, and you're ready to go in 5 seconds. But keep in mind that you can only do it for 4 or 5 times. But of course, you receive plenty of chemicals, so I do suggest that you try out, because some people press harder than the other. So that's the thing. So you just give this to the audience, okay? And then what is the setup? Very easy, the reset. So you grab another one from your pocket, another photocopy with, of course, the blank spaces in here. You do this, you place it over here, just like this, okay? And then just take another post-it note and you place it on the top, like this. I'm going to this sideways so you can see a little bit better. Perfect. Make sure that the lines are aligned by the paper, of course, and then you are ready to go.